First, let's get to Boeing. Boeing stock is popping today after Boeing's chief executive, Dennis Muilenburg, is out. Now, shares currently trading to the upside, up almost 3%. Boeing's current chairman, David Calhoun, will take the helm on January 13th. Joining us now to discuss over the phone is Ivan Feinseth. He's chief investment officer at Tigress Financial Partners. And Ivan, when you take a look at the news today, the new leadership change, what do you think?
I think it was a little bit overdue. Unfortunately, this problem in trying to get the Max back into service has dragged on for almost a year with no real interaction or working with the FAA to create a schedule and a process to at least prepare to figure out how to get it back in service. And from the beginning, when companies have problems, you got to hit them head on and address a strategy, and that really wasn't done. So I think that this, along with last Monday's announcement to halt the production, is, creating at least a way of starting to address it.
Ivan, you said it was a long overdue change. They needed to do something in order to address their crisis with the 737 Max. What do you think took Boeing so long to make this move?
Well, I think that's why they replaced the CEO Muilenburg. I mean, the issue was isolated in the beginning as a problem with their maneuverability software, and that should have been, they've been working on a patch and said they're working on a patch for some time, but there should have been an engagement immediately with the FAA. I mean, maybe there was, but they didn't certainly vocalize it. This is not only a Boeing problem, this is a everybody problem. Luckily for the airlines, the consumer has been so strong and willing to spend on travel that the reduction in capacity was overcome by an increase in ticket prices, but unfortunately everybody's had to pay more for ticket prices. The airline industry is capacity constrained and desperately needs these planes, so Boeing's been lucky that they have not gotten cancellations and they actually got more orders. But there's a large number of stakeholders, not only shareholders, but employees of Boeing, customers of Boeing, and customers, employees, and shareholders of the airlines, and also all the suppliers that are affected by this. So this has been a problem that should have been at least had some kind of path to solving the problem outlined, and we never really got that. We got a lot of talking about meetings and how to address it, but I don't think there was effective leadership. And hopefully this change will create a new effective leadership that will outline a path to bringing it back to service.
Evan, Boeing right now estimates that the Max crisis will cost it around $10 billion. Where do you put that number?
I would probably, the cost to Boeing is probably that. The cost to companies like Southwest Airlines, which is the largest user of the 737 Max, it reverberates into the economy to become significantly more. And that's why it's important that it needed to be addressed, and that's why ultimately the CEO was replaced.
Ivan, before this announcement was made, you had a $327 price target on the stock. You also said that you continue to view the weakness as a buying opportunity. Today, with this news, where do you see the future of Boeing?
Well, we don't use price targets. That may have been just the price on the day I wrote the note. But I've said all along, well, first, you want to buy good companies when they're having a bad time, and that's certainly the situation here. And the weakness is a buying opportunity because it will be addressed and it will be fixed at some point, and the planes will be back in the air, and Boeing will ramp up their production from the current, as I've said, 42 planes a month to the goal of 57 planes a month, which they need to do to meet the demand. So I think once we get some type of schedule of when the process of how they will address bringing back the plane into service, I think the stock could trade into the high 300 range. And I think within 6 months to 1 year of the Max being back in service, we will see a new all-time high in the stock above the 450 all-time high.
All right, bullish outlook there. Ivan Feinseth, thanks so much.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.